Hello, guys. Today's Tuesday, 1st of April, first day of the month. And yeah, so today we have some news dropping, especially at 3 p.m., which is around 30 minutes after the open. So we're going to have to watch out for a potential large swings in the price movement. We also have the PMI, which is also somehow important. We also had yesterday's PMI from the Chicago's. Um, I don't know how do they differ, but yeah, that's not really important at the moment. So I will actually build my plan right now. Um, Buyers are looking like they are present here around the 5560s and under 5600s. Present under 5600s. Just check something real quick. 3 hours, yeah. This is what I mean. Under 5600s, sellers are having a hard time to really get away and move price even further lower. Under 5600s. Sorry. Near the close price. Near the close price from the demand zone at 5602, 5900. Yeah. So interested in getting long target saying 5620. Targeting 5620. It's just my dog. Under 5592. If sellers momentum on their side, I believe price can get to 5570 to 5560. just check how this little zone behaved in terms of um, footprint charts. Okay, this is not how I like it or I want it. Okay. Okay. Oh, some buying, but not anything crazy. Buying here, buying here. Okay. Sorry. This is an interesting level because this 5660 coincides with a lot of crucial points, crucial quote unquote. It's right here near the open of last Friday's. It's also right here near yesterday's close, and also yes, today's pre-market. So I'll actually mark this as a very key level, something I will look out for. To 55, no, 56, 55. Okay, okay, 56, 55s, 56, 63 is a key range, both of supply and resistance. I'll first look to spot signs of sellers. If I fail to find no sellers, 56, 40s, something like that, to get short, targeting 56.40. Okay, if sellers aren't present, then price gets above 56.63, I will look for ways to be long. The target will be a little hard to decide. Um, so we have actually 15 minutes around that time. Just going to the bathroom. I'll take 5 minutes, I believe. Just want to brush my teeth. Just a couple seconds, guys. So far, price is going back and forth. Six, 3, 2, 1, 6. 56.33 looking like a magnet. There is some buying pressure right here. Let's see if it gets developed and breaks above and holds above VWAP. Once again, price incapable of breaking and staying above VWAP. Oh, no. Market is in a balanced area. I feel like there is indecisiveness in the markets. Price is having issues going um, to the downside and to the upside. So maybe news will decide who wins, and will give the leverage to one side. Um, yeah, we'll see some direction. But right now, there is no direction. My levels are still not being traded, so no reason to even move. Okay, PMI meant nothing to price. Another view up test. $56.47. buying pressure here near the 5650s. The buying is clearly active here. Um, Near the 5650s, let's see if we can get another buying absorption. Hmm. If this was a supply area or a strong level of resistance, then yeah, I would interpret this as buying absorption, and this has a potential retest of that area for me to get short, sorry. 56.48, stop at 56.51. I don't know, target saying 56.40s, or even view up. It would have been a good trade, but nonetheless, I don't see this resistance area as a very significant one at the moment, which is this one right here. It was very, very good, but I don't know. Yesterday, completely and nothing to price on the overnight session as well, but now it's behaving like it should, and yeah, price is rejecting from that area quite nicely. Just 1 second. Let's see how price reacts. But this was a very good trade. Okay. Um, Unfortunately, I wasn't able to really participate in it. Now price is acting nuts. Okay. Yeah, the Joel sees. Okay. Let's see if price can start selling off. It creates some zones or even gets to my predetermined level, which is around 5602. If it can get to that level, which is around 25 points lower, then yeah, I would like to see if buyers can step in and if they're really, really present to defend price. But in the meantime, we have to clear this level, which is around 56.18 or 19, whatever we want to call it. It's around this area. Key level, format, blue. I like the blue. Settlement price. Let me just see. Settle. Okay. Oh, a large buying pressure at the 56.26s, at least demonstrated by this large delta, positive delta. Let's see if this is indeed a buyer or a passive seller. Okay, it made absolutely nothing, and in terms of price influence. Okay. More 1K. Okay, 56.9 sane. 56.7 sanes. Okay. Okay, this is acting nice. Just check if there is any supply area that is currently trying to form. Yes, it is. We have a supply trying to form here at the 15 minute, which is actually very, very nice. But once again, we still have to wait. Let's see. The candle, the basing candle is actually very large. I believe price is actually trying to bottom here at the 56.20s, with some buying pressure now being slightly significant in comparison to this. But nonetheless, we're still trying lower prices. Actually, very cool to see. Only thing I'm waiting for is really the 5600 retest, okay? If it ended up occurring and I can spot buying pressure or selling absorption, I will be looking to target this 5614 to 5620 range. Most likely in the middle where the blue line is labeled as key level, around 5617. Let's see. It's a game of patience. This was the previous level where buyers tried their effort, put some effort in price, and they failed to do so, which is right around here. Okay, that's pretty much why this is a very good level for me to target. Um, I'll also mark this on the bookmap. Not only that, but it's also that level that I was mentioning. Pre-market lows combined with this previous high before that, the high before and previously that large move into the close on yesterday's session. So yeah, just waiting on that. Let's see. There's also a big gap here. Look at that. Look at that gap. Very, very large gap. A gap or low volume node, whatever we want to call it. Buying pressure right here. Strong one. Let's see. They're still not getting rewarded. LVN. Let's see. There is some buying here. Okay, there is some large buying pressure here. If price can just bounce a little and then make a higher low or some, then yeah, I could be interested in getting long around 5608 or something. Not quite get a large buying pressure here. Let's see. Development. Higher low. Get long. See, let's see. Don't really like this type of things. Like it moved way too fast and then it moved up way too fast and then the same thing to the lower side. So I don't really like that. This doesn't count for me as a higher low. It doesn't. Still have to wait a little more. And I'm actually monitoring this very closely to potential clues to get long here. Also, let's not forget that price is down around 50 points from the highs of the day. So yeah, just because I had this target in mind, if price picks up and there is momentum from buyers and buyers are really strong, then there is no reason to not see price trading once again near the 5630s, which is around this area that I'm referring to. But let's see. Let's wait a little bit longer. Buying pressure is definitely present right here at the 5608s, but I'm still not getting any confirmations to get long. Not just yet, and also price hasn't traded yet my demand zone. So let's wait a little bit longer. If it doesn't trade my demand zone, then all good. But I need to see a clear higher low formation or some sort of confirmation to get me into this position on the long side. Damn, my dog just snitched and it scared me. I don't know why, but I can see this 5605 being taken out and a lot of stops being triggered for then price to just revisit these lows and then move higher. Because this is getting far too obvious that this is a potential support. So when things are too obvious, they usually don't work out. This is getting too obvious of a long, and most likely most people are looking to long here because price is down 50 points from the highs at the 5650, and yeah, most of them would like to catch this. I don't know, but I'm waiting. I don't see a reason to get long just yet. A lot of volume here. Okay, for me, this can be seen as buying absorption. Okay, buyers are really trying their best, but they are not yet being able to move price up. Okay, and for me, that is not good when we are trying to get long. So for me to get long here, I need price to do something like push here into the 5614s, linger around 5610s, 5615s, 16s to 12s, something like that, slowly grinding higher. But that's not what it looks it wants to do. Let's see if it can revisit the 5602s first. Let's not forget that price is clearly on a downtrend. So what I'm trying to do is basically counter trending the market. Okay, here we have it, 5602s. $5,600s. Ideally, I would also like to exploit another scenario. So price just broke down actually below this 5605 to 5612 range. So if price can regain in the couple next minutes this area, this range, and then it acts in 5605, then acts as support, then this is a very good sign for buyers, in my opinion. Let's see if that is the case. Let's go. Nice. This is very good. It's actually very good. Now I need to see a higher low being put in. Okay. Let's see. Okay. Enter edit mode, edit. Okay. Okay, not this one. Okay, none. Nice, nice. Looking good, looking good. Let's see if a pullback is offered. If it is, I would like to place my stop around 56.04, so an entry at 56.08 should be nice. Let's see if we can get that. Our plan is already playing out, which is good. Of course, we weren't able yet to participate in this, but that's how the market works. Sometimes, since we have rules and to get them to follow, then we cannot just enter blindly on how we feel the market should play out. And yeah, and sometimes this type of things happen. We have a bounce without uh, pullbacks. Like we had prices bouncing 321. Okay, in 4 minutes, price rallied 20 points. Okay, those 20 points is almost 50% of the previous move. Okay, which happened in around 30 minutes. So we cannot prepare for everything. Okay, it is impossible. Let's see how this low volume node will react to. Let's see how price will react to this volume node. Unfortunately, yeah, we haven't been able to have a nice pullback for us to get an entry. Let's see if we can get that right now. Mm-hmm. Let us see. Let us see. Markets are tough. 5600 acting as a very good place for longs, but yet again, not a potential and a very good confirmation. But if we can get to around 56.10, something of that nature, yeah, I'll be able to place a potential trade on it. And who knows? Let's see. Targeting, I don't know, 56.20s or about this right here. Downtrend line was also broken. Okay. Let's see how this one reacts. Okay, nice. Taking down the previous high, the previous lows. Let's see. 56.10s with some selling right here. Oh, this can also be the best that the market will give us. This is tough. It's interesting how market behaves in some days. It really is. This is not me getting frustrated, okay, because this really amazes me. Um, I don't know, since this is a place of a lot of emotions, this tends to behave in certain manner, and the obvious things that we would like to see um, that that are in our human nature, most of the times those are the things that don't really happen. The most obvious ones, okay? So of course that this pullback is a very fast one. And why? Because people are trying to look for a long here because there is some nice potential, okay, for potential for a move up. So everyone might be trying to get long here. So what does the market knows about that? Since the market knows about that, yeah, even though we might have an opportunity to get long, the opportunities will be very fast paced or very, very shallow when we are trying to identify them. So it's funny to see that because it's tough. Okay, that's the main conclusion. It's very tough because at the end of the day, if I have just placed my trade here at the 56.02s, it wouldn't have ended up being a very nice trade, a 20-point move trade. But since I didn't, and I waited for a pullback, and I waited for more development, for more confirmation, because yes, of course, that we might have argued, okay, you just missed it big time. But remember that I was watching price here and I wanted to get along here. And if I had to get along here, but this was too obvious to get along. And most people would have got along here. But then what price did? Price did this, and it immediately regained that previous range. Okay, and I was planning for that, but I was not planning for this straight up move higher. Okay, I was planning for something like this, and then a little pullback here for me to get long. I don't know, something of that nature. Okay, but we can't just. It's tough. and just see there is my sister is. Let's see if I can get something still rolling. So I will just explain this to then attach to my Discord. So this is basically what I was watching in a very brief manner and under 60 seconds. I have the man at 56.02s right around here. So price was bottoming here, and it was very obvious. Okay, so that's the reason why. Yes, we did had some volume and some buying pressure right here. It's very clear to see. But once again, this was forming a very clear support level, which was very obvious, and most participants would have gotten long by this time. So price what usually does, it doesn't reward the obvious thing. So what price did was break below, and then what I was watching was a reclaim of this area with some sort of consolidation for me to get long and put my stop under this purple area. But we didn't get that because that was also somehow predictable and price just moved in a straight line. Most likely that was the case here. Just delete this one. It is unfortunate because it was in my plan. Um, it happened right in front of me. Um, it gave some confirmations, but then the way it developed, it was hard for me to really take this trade. Okay, it was really tough. But yeah, guys, I will need to walk away now. I have an exam tomorrow, and I also want to prepare a little. And we are actually trading the supply area, 15-minute supply. Let's see how this one goes, but yeah, unfortunately, I will walk away here. It really sucks because I felt like I don't like to say this because at the end of the day, as traders, this is always our fault, okay? There is no one to blame, but sometimes I feel like there doesn't, sometimes the blame is not on us, it's how things supposed to work, okay? And but at the end of the day, it's still frustrating to see that everything was into accordance of my plan, but somehow I missed the trade. And yeah, I'm still trying to see on how and why did I miss the trade, but I going back, I cannot find the reason why I shouldn't have missed the trade, okay? Or I cannot find the reason why, okay, this is the point where you should have actually entered, okay? Because it was very difficult to read this action and to really place a nice trade out of it. But yeah, I don't know. I will have to review it afterwards. So yeah, that's pretty much it, guys. And yeah, for the rest of the week, I cannot trade. I have classes, unfortunately. Yeah, but yeah, I enjoyed reading price action today. Once again, my levels when they do trade, they ended up playing very nicely. I don't know. Sometimes I just think that I should switch and just trade the levels. Okay, don't care about all of this volume profiles and delta and heat maps. Sometimes I don't know. I feel like I'm overcomplicating stuff, and yeah, because through back testing, I have proof that this system can work. I have a lot of samples of the system, and none of them, those entries and those trades were based upon order flow, volume. No, they were just based upon the simple structure that we have built. We have learned from karma and from the supply and demand structure. That's all. Okay. But yeah, it's just a thought. Of course, that I'm a little upset, quote unquote, as I felt like these move should be mine. But that's just some inner thoughts, and yeah. But not everything is bad, and I'm glad that I was able to spot this trade. Fortunately, I wasn't able to really capitalize on it, but that's how life works. Not every opportunity is from for us to just capitalize. So yeah, bye bye guys. See ya.